Welcome back to Airsoft GITV. I'm your host Tim, you know that. This is Alan. He works for one of the most famous airsoft manufacturers in the world right now, KWA. Alan, how are you?
Pretty good.
Can you tell us a little bit about you and KWA? What exactly do you do for them?
I'm the product manager, and what I do is I keep updating, keep track of the products, our different revisions. I make recommendation of changes, improvements. I also test, evaluate, prototype new products, to test, evaluate competitive products, accessories, and anything that improves performance of our products. And generally, yeah, I get to play a lot of toys.
Exactly. So essentially you stress test the items and you're making sure that everything works well together.
Correct.
Okay.
I also manage the KWA forums, which a lot of users can go to our forums and ask a lot of questions and get to answer them directly. Okay. And of course, I also monitor a lot of airsoft forums around, U.S. and internationally as well.
On the web.
So if it's possible, I'd like to do a shout out to some of the guys. So for the guys over at Airsoft Forums, Airsoft Retreat, and Airsoft Barracks, hey, how you doing?
Alan, you've been playing Airsoft for a while.
Quite a bit.
I've been playing Airsoft for a little bit too, but a lot of people here in America don't realize exactly how far Airsoft goes back in Asia. Can you tell us a little bit of the history of KWA and where you guys started out?
KWA has been making replica guns for since 1987. At the beginning, we make the M16s, and that's actually the classic style, the one that when you pumped with external tank, those kind.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it's been quite a long time.
I want to talk a little bit about the Airsoft Glock. You guys made the best Glock, probably the only Glock that was really available in America, and then all of a sudden something happened. Can you shed some light onto that?
Well, basically is the Glock company have obtained a 3D tracer, which is a silhouette of the gun. So basically, for us to try to avoid any possible lawsuit, because our gun, even though we don't mention anything about the G18 or Glock, anything on our advertising, we cannot really make them or sell them because they look like a Glock. If you look at it, it's like, oh, that's a Glock. So to avoid that, we just decided to pull them out.
So Glock owns the image of the gun. It's nothing to do with like the internals. There's nothing special.
Nothing.
It's just a look.
Just a look.
Has there been an effort to maybe bring it back? Is there any hope of that in the future?
Plenty. We've tried. We tried very hard and contact them, but ultimately the answer goes down to go back to them. Like they will have to make an agreement to allow us to produce a replica for them.
For now, their answer is no. Maybe they'll come around sometime in the future. It's a pretty serious issue because Airsoft is, it's kind of like a gun, but it isn't. How else is KWA avoiding lawsuits with other manufacturers, or how do you guys stay in the green?
Well, we just try to be smart. We just want to do the right thing. Basically, we look at the products and say, hey, this product may have a copyright infringement issue. We decide to just go ahead and pull it out before we receive any warning letters, lawsuits from anybody else. We pay very special attention to the shape, the trademark names, all that stuff. And on top of that, we try to work with the manufacturer as well.
To bring the products into Airsoft legally.
Correct.
That's awesome. Can't wait to see what you guys are coming out with in the future. The NS2 gas system is a very big improvement on your already existing very good gas system for your pistols. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
The NS2 is basically just a more efficient gas system compared to the old engine. Plus, the NS2 engine allows us to shoot a little higher FPS, and also more efficient in a lower temperature. So the gun still continues to cycle when it's cooler temperature.
So as the gas cools, it'll still perform.
Correct.
Like a KWA. Can you tell us a little bit about the PTP? Is there a special manufacturing process for the professional training pistols versus your other pistols?
Not really. It's basically we categorize a group of pistols that are currently being used by law enforcement and military.
Mm-hmm.
Take the M9 for example. The M9 is currently used by the military, and we have to make a gun that is similar dimensions, similar weights, also have the feature function like a real thing. The M9 have a decock. Most
Most of theirs
may not have it.
Yeah.
So it has a decock function. That is one of the main features of the gun, and also they shoot a little harder, higher FPS.
For training purposes.
Correct.
Can you tell us why it has a plastic barrel? This is a question that's been on my mind for a while, and I know that a lot of people on the internet are curious to know as well.
When we first introduced the NS2 engine, and we noticed the higher FPS creates a lot of impact, a lot of stress on the internal, especially the gas chamber block, and it will wear out prematurely. And that's why we decided to switch from a metal barrel to a polymer barrel, so it minimizes the wear and make it last a little longer. And also, it actually with the polymer barrel, the gun slide will actually cycle much more fluid.
So you can have a higher rate of fire with a polymer barrel versus a plastic. Airsoft GI would like to take a moment and thank our sponsors, Echo One USA and ZShot.com, Sistema's US-based distributor. The Airsoft GI TV episode you've just enjoyed is brought to you in part by JBU Airsoft.